them now. So it does mean they'll have picked up another high-quality AD carry, and we'll see if they can change things around tomorrow. But tomorrow we shall be speaking about a bit later on, or maybe even tomorrow morning, because right
Maybe
now
even tomorrow.
we'll get exactly. We're going to pick and ban now. G and Alistair taken away. I've got to say that Alistair
Instantly.
ban. They do not want him to be playing this at all. Choice 6, god tier Alistair player.
Yeah, he really has been, and especially as Spooks is on these really aggressive, tanky junglers. Well, as of late, obviously Olaf and Zac, like he keeps showing us, definitely don't want to let him have that Alistair to thwart the engage. But the Jhin is going to be a ban away from Raze. Not too much of a big surprise here, as he performed exceptionally in that last game.
He did indeed, and I'm wondering what actually happens if they take him off this Jhin. What does he play instead? Because we haven't seen him play much else. He's played, I think it's 3 games now no, it's 2 games, sorry, on the Jhin. I'm interested to see how the team dynamic changes when he's not playing that, and they don't have to take the Karma to cover for the Jhin in the bot lane. How things get mixed up there will be interesting. But they're also banning away the Aurelion Sol here.
Oof,
So
yeah.
they really don't want Saya to have that champion.
Oh no, the Ryze is going to get banned away as well from Swiffer, so he's not going to get his hands on that. And the Cannon as well. So kind of a couple of meta bans, definitely. Obviously, Syndra is going to be banned away. It's a must ban on the red side. You cannot let anybody have that. That champion is absolutely busted. And there is no way you're going to be able to deal with it unless you play with someone like Vladimir.
Yeah, and even then, we've seen Vladimir a couple of times, but it always takes to the late game till you really start taking off. And I think in matches like Cassiopeia, for example, he struggles, so it's a really risky kind of first pick. You have to try and wait and see what gets picked up against you first, and then maybe bring out the Vladimir as the response, like we saw last game to the Aurelion Sol.
Exactly, but the Jace wasn't banned away, so it will be first picked actually from Lyon Gaming. They're going to get their hands on that. I can imagine it's going to go towards Dural. I can't imagine that's going to go towards Saya in the mid lane, although it can be flexed. Obviously, we did mention it yesterday. It is one of those picks that you can flex if you really need to.
Yeah, this is the tough kind of call here, mind you, because they're having to ban away this Alistair because they know that Choice 6 it mains the hell out of it and plays it ridiculously well. So no big surprise there. If Jace were to be banned away there, they'd have taken Poppy anyway. So I think just picking the Jace is a sound idea. If Poppy now gets picked up by Chiefs, it's a pretty much a winning lane going to be there in the top lane for Giral. He should have a really fine time up there. I'd love to see him pick up something like an Alawi or some other kind of crazy pick, but I'm pretty sure they'll revert back to something probably more in meta. Something like, I'm thinking maybe a Gnar. You might see a Poppy get picked up. It literally
Possibly.
depends.
Yeah, I mean, it is left open, so that's going to be locked in. Swiper picking up the Poppy, and Spooks does get his hands on the Olaf once again. Performed exceptionally on that champion, and now he's got another chance too.
Yeah, he'll roll away on that one. My concern now is for this top lane. Now, Jason to Poppy. Jace should crush Poppy. This is the issue. Especially in the early game with Jace's pressure when he's obviously got the range advantage over her. It just makes it really difficult as a Poppy player to sustain through that lane. You get to the same kind of point later in the game where you're really tanky as Poppy. So 2 or 3 items is where your big spike is. But if you've got a Jace who's going up the triple pen build, he's going for Dustblade, he's going for more, he's going for Yomus, you're going to find yourself having a really difficult time trying to keep him off from melting your health bar, basically. And if he goes Cleaver as well, you may well not even bother building armor. He's going to absolutely crush you off the back of that.
Yeah, exactly that. He's really going to have to make good use of his item build, especially in the early game. A lot of pressure probably Spooks is going to put down. He has put a fair bit of pressure down in that top side, but it has more been Oddie's place to be, camping top lane. He is going to lock in the Zac again, so again we're seeing Oddie on the Zac and Spooks on that Olaf. And now Choice 6 does get his hands on the Karma. Egypt cannot take that one away.
They got the Jhin pick, or sorry, the Jhin pickup. Sorry, they got the Karma, which we'd usually see with the Jhin, but they clearly want to keep hold of that one, as it's still going to be a really nice combo if they can get something rolling there. That means they've got 2 speed boosts here so far. They've got the Jace Acceleration Gate, they've got the Karma Shield. I'm wondering if they're just going to use those things completely independently, or if they'll try and team them together for something like a charge through. Potentially, what happened is here they just took it away because they knew that if they gave Karma over to the Chiefs, then that would be just speeding the Olaf coming charging into their team, and no one would be having a happy time. But what's a good difference to speed boosts? Slowdowns, and that's exactly why they're going for the Ashe here.
Yeah, the Ashe is going to be the look-in, and Ejim is going to get his hands on his Nami again. And again, the Nami has worked out really well for him. Those tidal waves really crucial, especially when you've got a charging Viking coming at your face as well. It obviously does activate Nami's passive when you get hit by the tidal wave, so he will be a little quicker going into those fights. Plus the slower knock-up as well isn't going to be good for the backline of LYN.
Fortunately not, but in terms of how the comps are rounding out so far. It's more of the same from Chiefs as what we saw in the game earlier on today as well, in terms of it being a very much so protect the carry comp. You've got a big scary front line, you've got an Olaf who's going to run disruption in their back line and probably end up killing one of their carries, to be honest. And then you've got an Ashe who, I think with the help of Nami, can probably look after herself for the most part. She's got all the slows, all the control, the ultimate as well. If they can go for a long range catch onto the Jace or the Ezreal, that can be absolutely huge.
Indeed, the Ezreal is going to be it's going to be quite a punishing and pokey lane coming out from Team Lyon Gaming. But Orianna is going to be the last lock-in, and coupled with that Zac pick as well, it's going to be pretty devastating. But I want to know what their mid laner is now coming out of Chiefs, because they do have the counter pick, and there's not many you can counter pick against Orianna, as she is extremely hard to play against using that orb.
He is, and I'm curious to see what summoner he chooses to go here. If you're playing someone that's quite bursty, then you can usually go for the exhaust and just negate them out of the game altogether. You can go for the cleanse if you know there's a very CC reliant team. I don't imagine we'll see her take that, purely because, you know, in terms of the mid lane is left open, there's a Cassiopeia. You're probably better off with Ghost in that case. Vladimir as well, I guess, is here. There's kind of a couple of picks what you go for. I imagine it's a Casa or Vlad that you'll see get taken away, mind you.
Yeah, Cassiopeia wouldn't be too much of a bad thing. Just lack of mobility might be a little bit of a problem there. He has got quite a lot in his pocket there, and he does lock in the Cassiopeia. You weren't wrong, Deza. So that will be a Cassiopeia versus Orianna in the mid lane. Unless you want to go Orianna support. I don't recommend it, though, as Chozix is going to get his hands on the Karma. So that Karma is going to be monumental for Lyon Gaming. As Chiefs, when they go in, they really do go all in.
I'm a bit curious, actually. Did you ever play back in the day when Taric Orianna was a bot lane thing?
I did not. What season was that?
At level 4, Orianna had 106 armor.
106 armor at level 4?
Yes.
My god, no.
Yeah.
Did not play that when it was a thing.
It was pretty crazy, because obviously her E gives her increased magic resistant armor, and then Taric passively used to give armor, so that was where the kind of big scary combo came from. It was horrible.
Jesus. No. That's horrible. The last unconventional Orianna thing I saw was obviously Power of Evil's Stinger into... Stinger build into? Nash's Tooth, that's the one. Nash's Tooth, yeah. The Nash's Tooth Orianna for the crazy DPS on the auto attacks. That was extremely annoying to place.
You know, I'm kind of sad that so far we haven't seen Cogmore. Now, Cogmore, this patch especially, has come back really strong, and we've seen it played a couple of times in like the echelons of particular regions, like the UK. We've seen it played a couple of times as well. I'm still curious as to why we haven't really seen it on an international stage yet. And I think if 621 sticks for long enough, you might end up seeing it getting picked up somewhere. I don't think we'll see it in the finals of Worlds, but I don't want to write the possibility off. Of course, that is on tonight, guys, so be sure to watch that. It's going to be exciting as all hell. It's 2 Korean teams. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? As well.
Yeah.
We are right here, right now. Chiefs Gaming versus Lyon Gaming as well, and Chiefs Esports Club, not gaming. I apologise. Chiefs Esports Club versus Lyon Gaming. We're going to jump straight onto the Rift. Can Chiefs pull out another win to close the series 2-2 and secure their place at IEM Oakland, or can Lyon Gaming do the reverse sweep?
Here we go. Already that train at the top. They've got the chain down already, look.
They missed. The wall. No, it's not happening. Body's choosing a different colour of Zac this game. He's going for the orange. Maybe pink didn't bring him too much luck.
Doing something a bit different, yeah. I think the top then would have been nice to see maybe if the Poppy had flash charged instead. Just instantly pinned him into the wall and, you know, not left down to chance the fact that you might not get the wall in that case. Because that could have been a really nice early first blood. And, you know, if they'd forced a flash out of him as well, would have been really nice for an early gank target. It's already an impressive lane, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely. And with Poppy's steadfast presence, you obviously can negate the Zac's elastic slingshot. So blowing the flashes there, I think would have been worth. But doesn't happen, and does look like Oddie is going to start on this blue side, whereas Spooks is going to start on his own blue side on the opposite side of the map.
You always see this death brush this patch. Always.
They love it. They love sitting in this bush level 1. Oh, gets warded. Oh, lucky.
But that's the nice part, is that you force out the ward, so that's now a ward that won't go down in River anytime soon. And you know, look already in the bot lane for the Ezreal and the Karma. Both of them have got their trinkets on cooldown here. Now, it's unlikely you'll see the Olaf come for a level 2 cheese, but it's certainly a possibility, because they know both wards have been used now.
Yeah, both wards, meaning lack of vision, meaning Possibly a kill, but you are right. He might not come down all too quickly, as he might want to get low into the jungle to start off with. Swiffer doing a lot of damage to Saya, though, in the early game. Cassiopeia can be quite oppressive. I believe she's got Deathfire Touch as well, so that's ticking. That does all add up at the end.
It does, especially as she starts getting more items towards the late game. And this is the nice part, I think, with Cassiopeia, in that she can build 6 damage items. So you get even more AP, and you just end up completely crushing your lane opponent in the grand scheme of things, because you get the move speed off your passive. So it does work later on into the game. Less so, it's not as impactful, because you spend a lot of the early game buying utility items. You get in the Giant's Belt to build Rylai's. You get in Tyr, for example. You might get Catalyst of the Aeons if you're going to go for Rod of Ages. It's a bit difficult. But look, top lane there, actually. Olaf making a gank in top lane here.
Here's early Ghost again. Pops with Spooks. Not afraid to use it. Red buff being burning as well. He does throw the axe. He does connect. Flash from Swiper as well. This could be the first blood. It is the last swing of the axe, and Spooks gets it with the first blood. So that's going to be a flash for flash trade. But hang on a minute. We saw what Spooks could do in the earlier games yesterday. He really does run away with these first blood leads.
Now, of course, the question is, can he turn that first blood lead into more? Can he start pressuring other lanes? Or maybe he just returns back top again. He knows that that's going to be a real difficult lane, so wouldn't be a bad idea.
And no TP as well from Jerome.
Yeah, of course, had to TP back in. I expect we'll probably see Swiper do exactly the same thing when he goes back in a minute, though. Probably wants to spend that assist gold that he's got. Try and make this laning phase a little bit more bearable, because otherwise he's in exactly the same scenario. And Jiro has also got himself a longsword for extra poke here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help him out in the early game, but with Swiper, with the assist, it gives a little bit of gold as well. I think 200, I believe, on the first blood. So it's definitely going to help him out. Now, the poke lane coming out from Lyon Gaming is pretty strong, and Chiefs are going to have to be a little bit careful, but EGIM's doing a good job of sustaining everybody. Oh, Derry, I've just noticed.
What?
Infernal Drake. It's happening.
Oh, incredible.
An actual incredible. The RNG has been
kind.
Been kind, that's the word I'm trying to look for. Kind unto us today. So yeah, an actual Infernal Drake, a dragon worth fighting for in the early game. Thank God.
Hey, all dragons are worth fighting for, okay? Let's not discriminate.
Hey, okay, fair enough. I mean, I'd fight for an Ocean Drake. I got you, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, if you like Nunu, then your dream is to get a hold of the Cloud Drake and just roll around the map at like 500 move speed.
Oh, yeah.
Or Rammus.
Or like Rammus, yeah, that's true. It's good on Rammus. No Rammus in this game, unfortunately. Do you remember when Rammus top was a thing?
I remember back in the not back in the day. It was actually not that long ago, but it was still pretty. It was still pretty AIDS.
That's one way to put it. It was pretty annoying. Just Rammus flying at you a million miles an hour. Oh, Saya does use the cleanse, but no Swiffer going really low here. One more auto attack. No, he does it again. This happened when he played it before. He cancelled the auto, but I don't think I would have done it. That isn't going to be another kill, but this time it's going to go over to Saya. Swiffer on the Cassiopeia just going a little bit too aggressive. Burning Blow summoners as well. Yeah,
I have to say the cleanse was a bit strange there, because he was sat on top of the Meowsper, so he was constantly being slowed, and all he did was reduce how long the slow lasted after he got off it. This wasn't really much point. I just don't understand why you wanted to cleanse there. I understand if you were trying to run away and you've been slowed already, but in that case it was a bit of a bizarre one. Probably wanted to try and hold on to that level to level 6, but got the kill in the end. Not a bit of a crazy tower dive from Swiffer. I think he knew he was going to die regardless to Oddie, so thought, you know what, let's just try and go for it, and it didn't work out. Never mind, try again next time.
Yeah, try again. And now he's got the Lost Chapters as well, so he's pretty much not going to run out of mana for the rest of the laning phase. And Swiffer is definitely going to have to be careful. 2 Summoner Smells burnt in that engagement. And like you said, level 6 coming up. We'll see if they want to make a return gank.
Yeah, try and see if they can make an impact somewhere else, because, you know, right now it's 1-on-1. Lyon are still making some form of impact. They're currently 200, 300 gold ahead. It's so minor at 6 minutes in the game though that you may as well have no lead at all there. But in terms of items, Swiffer's stacking up that tier. You're probably going to see Ezreal go back and do the same. So there's still kind of 2 champions on either side of the map here who are going to take time to scale up. They need a couple of items to become truly effective. I'm still curious to see kind of what Ash chooses to build here as well. Go probably for Runar's Hurricane, or double attack speed build, or go double AD build. There's so many options you can go with on the Ash, really.
Yeah, that will be something to look out for, definitely. Swiper taking a lot of damage. Dural's going to be alright. He's using that rage advantage, and look how low Swiper is. So he's got Corrupting Potion, but he's just forced under his tower. He's actually quite scared of Swiper at this point.
Indeed he is. Dream.
The dream. The dream is a Poppy player when a Jace is scared of you. Always good.
Feels good, man.
Feels Good man. White Lotus taking a bit of damage. Now, Qualifier has got his blue buff, so he's going to be able to clear a little bit easier. And it does look like Saya is going to get his one very shortly. Zach is in the top side, however. Oddy is looking for a gank here. Does come in to the lane brush. The hammer down from Giral. I think he's a little bit too far back.
Gank?
The minions.
Well, it's not really a gank. In-lane gank, I should say.
In-lane, yeah.
He's backed off.
Is, yeah. Sad times, boys. The minion wave was pushing, though, to be fair. So, nothing really was going to happen.
I wonder if he hangs around here, because he's already given so much time. He is going to hang around, but I think he's just going to walk down river, actually. Watch mid lane, mind you. Look, you can see where the Nami and the Olaf are both going for the invade here. See if they can make something happen, potentially.
Miasma not landing.
Such safe play from Saya, though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Has to be, I think.
Oddy. Elastic slingshot. Woo, nice steadfast presence. It's gonna
imagine picking
they
Zac
are
into
looking
Poppy.
for this though. Imagine that. Imagine it so. The nice charge into Giral takes the aggro from the tower. The knock up from
what
the
are you doing?
well. He is so low. The minions might just kill him. The potion is ticking. He might survive it. I'm not sure. Swiper is going.
Oh
so
my
low.
god!
How did they juggle that? I've got no idea. Swiper goes down. That was beautiful play from Lyon. It looked disastrous from them for a second.
That was entirely on Swiper the reason why he died and Giral didn't there. He used the Keeper's Verdict to knock him in the air, remove tower aggro from the Jace as he was about to get hit by the final shot, and it kept him alive. I don't know why on earth he did that, but just I honestly can't believe it. Swiper, please.
Swiper, please.
Swiper, please.
Oh no, now Swiper is... Swiffer is in trouble. Does use the Ghost and it completely negates away the Orianna ultimate as well. Nice from Egypt to come up and support him there. Does use the flash though in progress. Yeah, that's going to be a disengage there. But Ghost is going to be burnt from Swiffer. We did discuss, obviously. It's on quite a low cooldown. But look at the damage already on the bottom lane tier 1 tower from Lyon Gaming.
Just constantly hammering that one away. Wanted to bring it down as fast as they can probably and try and get some rotations up before Ashe does start hitting the scary point where a utility just runs away with the game itself really and ends up tracking people down all game. I guess it's nice how much control Chiefs have got here as well. Like the combos they can pull off are really good in terms of the Ashe ultimate. They've got the Cassiopeia, you can drop the Miasma on top of someone who's been stunned by the Ashe ultimate. Have Olaf charge in, Poppy can keep his verdict them. There's a good 6 or 7 seconds of time where someone can't flash or get away from all the CC that Chiefs can throw at them. But I don't think that's their intent here. They want to burst and try and get down some damage nice and quick.
And Oddy just fails a little gank there. Oh, he gets spotted out by a ward, so that's probably why it failed. Yeah, the burst damage. Ashe does take a long time to scale up though, so we'll have to see if Raze can get to that point with that tower down. Swiper taking absolutely no damage from Giral, even no armor pen from him. And just healing back up. It is, man. That shield is pretty good, especially in these kind of matchups.
Having the Tabo really helps here as well because you just obviously negate most of that triple auto attack or the W that comes through from Jace. Mid lane, that's about the 3rd time now I've seen Odie go for a gank and whiff it, to be honest. He's gone for the jump in and just fell either short or has gone too wide.
Yeah, Swiffer has got his flash as well, so he's even more safe if he did need to flash away. But trusted in his own pathing. Trying to get on top of Saya now.
Nice.
Miasma's doing a lot of work, and Twin Fangs as well. Just chunking him down. No mana out of Saya as well is going to be a bit of a problem. He's going to have to get the level up soon. Flash from Swiffer though. He thinks he can go on this. Nice shockwave actually to deter him. And it's going to be really aggressive from Swiffer there, knowing that she had shockwave up soon.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if we're going to witness the Sombrero at any point in this game. You know what the Sombrero? So, the Sombrero is when Orianna ults herself, but a real Sombrero is when she has the ball somewhere, goes to ult, and then walks out of range so it returns to her and casts the ult on herself, basically. It's a Sombrero.
I have never heard of that, but I can...
You can know why it's called it.
Yeah, I can assure you I've done that to myself a couple of times. Just not realising where the orb is. I love Orianna, but my goodness. White Lotus.
But my goodness.
My goodness.
Oh, that was a bit...
Takes the key. He's going to be alright. Shot Barrage did come through as well. Did not.
Didn't hit him.
No. And missed. Unlikely miss as well. Swiper in the top lane taking a lot of damage now.
Yeah,
there's Black Cleaver as well coming through from Giral soon. So that's going to be a massive power spike for him.
Yeah,
and that's CS difference.
I was just about to say that myself, yeah. 30 CS difference in the top lane there.
Oh, alright. Wanted the minions away, fair enough.
Hard abandoning the tower here, I think.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, if Thunder Drake is going to go down, gets smited away. Oddie actually almost got that one. Elastic Slingshot is whiffed as well. It does get cancelled, and Ash Arrow flying a little bit wide, but forces the flash.
DP in the top lane as well, because the Drake just went down. There's no real objectives to fight anywhere else right now, and trying to make a bot lane gank happen, I think it's just not going to work here. A bit too mobile with the Ezreal and the Karma. So instead, just thought, well, why not, let's go back to lane, soak up that XP, get some CS back. I'm 30 behind. I need to work on this. And equally, the favour is, well, not the favour, but the teleport is returned by Jurel here as he teleports back. Got hold of that Black Cleaver now. Bit different usually. We see a pen build come through in the form of a Yomu's usually, and then into a Duskblade. Here, it's more about removing the armor, I think, from Swiper over time rather than immediately.
Yeah, we'll see if that does work in his favour. Yeah, very interesting. It's a little bit more expensive as well, so a little slower power spike, but Swiper still not scared. Still just running headfirst.
Swiper's still swiping.
He is still swiping. Damage coming out. It's still a fair bit though. I mean, he's got the shield, but it will be negated very shortly. Oh, just steadfast presence. He was scared of Gerard there jumping in with the hammers to the skies. Oh, there he goes in. Oh. Yeah, it's a lot of damage, but the slow coming out from Poppy as well is really going to help him, I suppose. Just getting away.
I think he needs to try and time those engages a little bit better with the shield, mind you. Like, it always seems he has the buckler up, like the buckler shot, or the buckler throw, whatever it's called. He always has it available at the end of the fight, which says to me you're not using it at the start. You're not initiating a fight off the back of it in the first place. Bit of a buffer.
Yep, I got that too.
We're all good.
We are. Back in the game. Oh, hello.
Never really
Wiper has found Gerard. No, that's true. He never did leave the red.
Just stuck in time.
Oh, yeah. Who is stuck on the spot right now. Shows it's going really low here.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Ray's trading up a lot of damage, but it does mean Oddie is down on the bottom side as well. Spooks is here to answer any engagement. They do spot each other on the wards. And Swiper is just carry on swiping out top lane, just trying to get as fed as possible, or as farmed up as possible. The CSE is extended by 10, with Gerard sitting at about 30 CS up at this point.
You know, I've just realised why the camera keeps jumping around in crazy places.
No observer?
I'll tell you after this.
Alright. Spooks is on to Oddie, and they back off. And Gerard's in trouble. Swiper is on the wrong side. Here comes Swiffer as well. Oh dear. Gerard, you're in a world of hurt, my friends. Charged against the tower as well. He's going to give that one over to Swiffer. Oh dear. The hammers to the skies and then just walked towards the tower and said, yep, I know I'm done.
There we go. Right, caster education time with Desert Shoe. So, normally when you spectate on the normal client, you have the 3-minute delay, which gives the client a lot of time to predict, or sorry, to know what's going to happen next. So it says, okay, well, at this timestamp, I need to be at this position on the map because this is about to happen. This that we're watching now is on the tournament client, so it's live. The game doesn't have any time at all to calculate what's going to happen next. So literally what it will do is score a particular shot on the map and say, right, in top lane right now, there's a rating of 78 in terms of aggression, so let's go there. That then drops because they stop casting abilities, so then it goes back to bot lane. They then stops and it goes back top lane and something else rises and it jumps all over the place. It's a bit crazy, but we'll have to make do. And that's my education on the observer mode.
Wow. Yeah, I've never actually used Tournament Realm apart from these, so... And I'm not technically using, I suppose. Whoa! Chozix gets locked up. Enchanted Crystal doing a lot of work there. Does use the flash away. Did get healed by White Lotus as well, but nice aggression from Raze there, just to keeping that bot lane suppressed. He's just getting quite fed at this point. You saw how much damage he was doing.
Go for this? Oh, they missed it
again!
again!
No, the shockwave misses. Petrifying Gaze hits 2 actually, and Spooks appears out of nowhere, coming from behind the tower. Now Swiffer is on the side, and he's going to pick up the kill as well, and no mana from Saya, just unable to respond to that whatsoever.
No mana and a second whiffed ultimate now. It's the second time that he's missed Swiffer in that ultimate, and that would be so huge for Odie to be able to jump in and knock up the Cassiopeia if they got away with it. She did have flash, but I think would have been CC'd far too long to be able to flash away. And sure enough, the return from the team.
They're going for it, but no, here comes White Lotus as well. Flash forward, and he gets the kill. He does get exhausted as well. Ejim saving the day as Spooks escapes with sub 50 HP.
That was unlucky. Very unlucky. If he'd managed to catch out that Spooks as well, that would have been totally worth it, because Ezreal and Karma appeared out of almost nowhere then.
Oh,
scrap again. Yeah, he's doing quite low, actually.
They're good at scrapping.
But he has burnt down that armor lot with the Black Cleaver. That little shield indicates that you've broken through and you've got the stacks, so needs to be wait for that to disappear and then maybe engage again. This is the issue I think with Black Cleaver in this matchup, is that you're relying on an extended engage to be able to melt down the armor over time rather than immediately with like armor penetration.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good point. But I mean, later on in the game as well, obviously it's going to help Ezreal too.
I just don't know if I'm a big fan of it. I think with Poppy, you are likely to still get a few more autos down purely based on like the length. Oh wow.
Oof.
Dropped the wall but has no idea.
That recall. Oh no, there he is. See you later. Bye, Gerard.
I'm out.
I'm out. Peace out. If he had that Ghost Spade, he could peace out quicker. And he had an armor pen, so...
Well, gone for the Black Cleaver instead. That's his choice, I guess.
That's his choice. Hey man, that's your choice, not mine. Like,
oh, hey up.
Oh,
scrap.
Hey up. Yeah.
This is where it really doesn't benefit you when you get small trades. I think Gerald's DC'd, I think, actually. No, he hasn't. He's okay.
No, he hasn't. He's just auto-attacking the minions. He wants a HP back, man. He's
just
got
a flash with a hammer.
Vamp Scepter.
Just a Jordal with a hammer, and then you've got a nice fancy guy in a suit with a hammer as well.
Yeah.
Hammer battles.
Skin is pretty cool. Hammer bros. Like
hammer bros. Well, not really bros, because they're trying to maul each other's faces off with said hammers. But
that's true. That's true.
Relatively hammer bro.
No. Relatively. Boop. Pop down. Pop down. See, they literally are. Hammer to the skies. Just well, you could Swiper's hammer's a little bit more sparkly, so maybe that wins out.
Yeah, but he's got a nice fancy skin on. I guess I could say a fancy skin. So is Gerald, to be fair. He's literally got the definition of fancy as a skin on.
Yeah, the definition of fancy. Yeah.
A sparkly skin, we'll say.
Yeah.
Star Guardians.
Fabric.
I'm obsessed with that song, by the way.
What, the Star Guardians one?
Yeah, I love it.
It's pretty good, man. Oh.
I listened to Curse of the Sad Mummy again yesterday for the first time in like forever as well.
My goodness, that song is old. It's
so
pretty good though.
And Jinx's video.
Oh yeah, I did like Vi's actually when she first came out.
Oh yeah, I did.
Cool. Everybody loved that.
When I did my degree, I did my whole final year project on 3 songs, and that was one of them.
Oh really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was like a Guitar Hero game, but you play it using this device, which you basically play with your hands, no controllers needed.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's pretty fun.
Like what? Like virtual reality kind of thing? Like where you're?
No, it's basically
detects sensors.
Kind of. It detects what your hands are doing. Well, Odie failed his jump there. Oopsie daisy.
Odie can't find his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a blob, I suppose.
Well, he makes hands appear as and when he needs them.
Yeah. He is extensions of himself. Ooh. Oh, arrow. Going wide.
Hide away. Coming out.
Going wide.
They should have baited it there and thrown out the tidal wave at the same time as the arrow.
Yeah.
That way you're going to get hit by one of them either way. To take your pick.
There you go. Wise words from Derry. Oh, they're taking the tower. Swiper is going very, very low. He's just got punished out this lane.
I think they're sacrificing bot lane tower here. No one's down there to defend it unless they try and send Swiper down now. Maybe he can TP down actually, because if Drake's up in like 2.5 minutes or so, then he'll be bot lane anyway. It won't matter at that point. At this point, they just want to rotate Raze up there. They want to get EGIM up there as well. Push down this tower so this lane phase ends for Poppy, because against Jace, it just isn't going particularly well.
No, definitely not. Jace is proving to be quite the sticky customer. Does it get spotted out by EGIM there? He's going to clear the ward. And now they've got their bot lane in the top side. Doesn't mean they have a lot of pressure up there. And they're threatening to take the tower. And you're right, Swipe's just going to walk down the bottom lane with Dragon up in about 3 minutes, I want to say. And Baron live.
I'm reckoning, yeah, 2.5.
2.5, alright. 2.5 minutes. So what, like 23 minutes? Uh-oh. Spooks. He's popped Ragnarok and the Ghost as well. And he just... Okay, fair enough. Just runs through the tower. Decides, I don't want to have any piece of that.
I'm not involved in this.
No, I am not involved. I'm just going to Ragnarok my way through. Didn't see an escape. Just Ragnarok his way. Why not?
Why not? Exactly that. He's going to be pulled back out now. Then. But again, his top lane is rotated down bottom. This time it's Swiper who has the tower to fall back to as well. Question is, of course, can he hold Jura off for long enough here, or at some point will that tower eventually fall?
Oddie taking a lot of damage. He's only really got HP, a little bit of armor. He takes a lot of damage from Swiffer.
Oh yeah, and
but a little bit
look at his farm. Is at 223 at 21 minutes in the game. That's like
that's pretty good.
Super peak optimal farming, really.
You could say that's all right.
It's pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good. Uh-oh. White Lotus is all alone in this top side now. They're really putting a lot of pressure on this top tower. They really want it down before that dragon spawns. And obviously you need it down before you take the Baron, realistically. Yeah. Chozix is here. And they just cannot advance onto White Lotus. There's no way they can dive him. And it does look like they've just completely swapped lanes. So Swiper's now down in the bottom lane and Geralds has joined him.
Yeah, it's all about taking down that top lane tower now. That's the aim for Chiefs anyway. And for Lyon, they have to do it to respond. Otherwise the tower falls super quick. And then suddenly you get Chiefs rotating mid, forcing a fight, and it just doesn't live well for you. It doesn't go well for you at all, sorry.
Nice steadfast presence. Taking a lot of damage, but the more armor he gets, as he does have the frozen fist now, the more he's going to get a lot harder to kill. That shield is huge as well. It's about a quarter of his HP. Hammer to the skies, hammers down. They're both going really low. Gerard really wants this. As White Lotus now gets caught up in an aqua prison, but Oddie, as always, is going to be on the sidelines. This guy is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Trovic does spot out a ward and just taunting. I'm not sure he knows Oddie is there.
He fell short
again. Come in. Yeah, he missed it. Actually just hit EGM, and there comes the Ashram Arrow as well. White Lotus getting taken really low. He's got to be really careful. And Ray's actually with the perfect sidesteps there in order to dodge all those skills. And yeah, he missed it once again. Didn't even use Let's Bounce.
It's such a shame because he's literally constantly missing this, and it's so frustrating for him. That's him. Like, sometimes he falls short, sometimes he literally goes too far, like the case of Swiffer in the mid lane. It's just so painful to watch for him, and I think, you know, he's not having the same success that he's had previously on Zac. He's only 0, 1 and 2 at this point. Admittedly, there's only 3 for 3 kills in the game at the minute. It's been a very peaceful game, all things considered, for the last 23 minutes. I'm still waiting for the point where everything kind of explodes once these towers have fell down, which they now have, so we might start finally seeing some team fights.
Right, indeed, EGM is in a little bit of trouble, does flash away. Oddie's actually going to take his own red buff. Surprised he's not giving that over to Ezreal. I suppose he is on the other side of the map at this point. And Dragon is going to be live in about a minute, so we're about a minute off in our prediction. Unlucky. But I'm not entirely sure which one it is. We've had an Infernal and we've had a Cloud Drake so far, so it can either be one of those two or a brand new one.
I'll have to wait and see. I'm still waiting for the day that Rito add the image in the top left corner of which Drake it is.
New client, maybe.
New client, boys. Well, new clients and an out-of-game experience only. It's nothing to do with the in-game game.
That's true. They did have replays, so maybe
pre-season.
Close. Pre-season, boys.
Yeah, we'll wait for pre-season.
Yes, and then we can complain more if they don't do it. It will be a Cloud Drake.
Look, I figured out the way to get them to do things is to make a meme out of it. So the only reason we've got sandbox and replays coming is because it became a meme to death on Reddit.
That's true.
So make a meme about it. Just say, oh, it still shows the old Drake and it'll be fine.
Old Drake.
Get another overshot by Oddie there. He just cannot land these E's this game. It's awful.
Really, it's not very nice to look at.
No. Okay, I'm taking a lot away from Oddie here. You know, some of it is down to the footwork of the guys here on Chiefs as well. They're doing a good job of dodging it out of the way. But I think he's landed about 20% of the ones he's gone for. It's really, really not good for him.
Not at all. You need to land those. Those engages very, very important for him and his team.
Gerard looking pretty strong.
Taking a lot of damage. Yeah, he is full tank, my friend. Meaning he does an absolute ton of damage because tanks and logic, right?
Oh yeah,
why not?
Damage logic. It's going to be a Cloud Drake.
Oh yes.
Your favourite?
No, not at all. Unfortunately, so I'm going to disappoint you, Darius. One of my least favourite Drakes as a mid laner, but it's going to get taken over. Oh, the Karma's still coming through a little bit too late. 3 dragons on Chief's side. Ghost is actually popped by Spooks here. They want to catch somebody. But now everybody popping their cooldowns very preemptively. EGM especially. Not hit many of these tidal waves as of yet. Oddie looking for Spooks. He's landed one. Make that 25% of ones he's made. And he is going to activate Ragnarok. He's going really low. True Shot Barrage coming through, but the heal coming in from EGM actually.
The ult flash.
And landing in the ult from Ash. Will they be able to lock him up? No, just a little bit too far away. And nice flash coming out from Swiffer as well. Oddie get pinned against the wall there. He's going really low. Does have passive available, so he will be able to do it if necessary. Now Gerald on the sidelines here, and oh wow, Ray's taking so much damage coming out from White Lotus, but he is out of mana. He's not going to be able to be too influential in these fights.
Crazy, no one went down in all that exchange. So many ultimates were thrown back and forth, like people got hammered all the time for a good 20 seconds or so. No one died. This is the issue with this game, I think, in that sense everyone's pretty tanky when you look across the board. Oriana's got the shield, Cassiopeia's got a lot of protective tools as well. Ezreal's very mobile, Ash has got the slows, top lane as well. What more you to say, Jace has got the lifesteal and he's also very, very mobile, whereas Poppy is just a full-on tank. So it's really hard to actually kill people in this game. Need the AD carries to really start shining, I think, and start looking towards getting something that can do a lot of percentage health damage, like a Blade of the Ruined King.
Funnily enough, there's an item for that.
Yeah, funnily enough, White Lotus is building it right now.
He is indeed. Recurve Bow and the Vamp Scepter.
That.
Well, predicting the future today, pretty scary.
That's us.
Can you predict the end of the game, though? That is the question.
I'm gonna say no. I think Chiefs are gonna take it 2-0, but here we are.
Here we are. Who are we to call out predictions? Well, they've already 2-0'd Lyon Gaming, so they are looking a little less decisive, however. So not entirely sure. I haven't made up my mind just yet. It's going to be, is that an ocean drake? I just saw the colours. I don't know. I can't tell.
Well, it's again another one of your favourites.
Oh, I love ocean drakes. I actually do. Regeneration, never a bad thing. More damage is nice though. Tunnel's good.
Oh, the just skimming past Saya there.
See you later. Baron is actually going to get started up here. Chiefs on the offensive. Ragnarok is going to get popped as well for the attack speed. They're just chunking. Do Lyon Gaming know this is happening right now? No, they do not. Oddie is actually going to go face check, gets stunned up, locked up, everything under the sun. He goes down like really fast. They didn't have a clue they were doing. I think he was just going toward that, to be honest with you. And now Giral is against a Baron buff Poppy in the top side. He's taking a lot of damage. The shield has been used. Steadfast presence as well. Swiper decides he's just going to back off, however.
I find it really interesting that despite being against, you know, in this case the Jace like constantly, still opted to go for the Spirit Visage as a second item, not finishing off the Sunfire first.
Yeah, that is a bit strange.
Really
Doesn't want to
interesting.
stack up on the armor.
Yeah.
That tower almost falling. Wow. Well, I suppose he is going against Orianna some of the time. I know he's been split pushing a lot, but you know, sometimes Orianna's there. And Zac, I suppose, with the minimal damage he does do.
I remember back when Runic Echo Zac was a thing, and now it's always full tank Zac.
Yeah, Runic Echo Zac though. And then you have that one guy.
Oh, the ult.
Oh, it actually did hit White Lotus. He's going to have to get out of there fast. Another tidal wave going wide.
Yep.
Well, because when they built Echoes, they always built, there was always that one Zac that would buy Abyssal Scepter. So he'd literally come in and one-shot you, and you're like, come on, man. I didn't see that coming. It's absolutely horrible to get one-shot by a Zac.
Full AP Zac. It reminds me of like full AP and Mumu as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
beautiful.
That is, he comes in, bandage tosses you for like 300 damage, and then follows it up, and you just like, and he starts crying on you for like 100 DPS a second. You're like, okay, well, 100 DPS. You're like, okay, then I'm gonna die. And there's nothing you can do. Curse the sad mummy as well. Boom, you're dead. Not very nice. Just only unconventional builds like that, like full damage when they're supposed to be built tanky, is always extremely
Always
annoying.
fun.
I wouldn't say.
It's like full AP Nautilus.
Oh yeah, oh man.
Built.
5 kinds of CC in his entire kit, and he
And,
just hooks you for like 1,000,000 damage, and then one, if he's got Lich Bane or something, one auto attack, you get locked up and you might as well be dead anyway. Riptide as well, just shredding through people.
Yeah.
Well,
Quite a reward.
Speaking
With an
of
ult.
shredding, yeah, why not? I mean, Spooks is very
The
tanky.
flash.
Oh, nice flash there. Spooks is going to get knocked up again, though. And there goes the Petrifying Gaze. Odie actually just goes completely just melted. He's only got one form of magic resist. So Swiffer just does so much damage to him that he's going to get caught up in the bubble. Nothing going to happen too much now, though. One down for Lyon Gaming. And Ocean Drake is going to come up in 30 seconds. See what they can do. And that was all over a fight over a ward. These teams want to fight as much as they can. But 30 minutes into the game and only 8 kills. Man, it's a slow game considering yesterday.
It is, yeah. And Chief's just taking it slowly. I think 7k gold lead almost here now. 6.5 is going to be more accurate. But again, having to work on that macro game. With 30 minutes in the game here, and they've still got this out of tower, and they haven't even started looking towards an inhibitor yet. And that's when this team is this far ahead. It's alarming to say the least.
Alarming is a good way of putting it. 7k gold
Alarming.
lead for them.
It's not like I'll study here and just like, you know, like prehistoric SpongeBob faced or something like that, like SpongeBob or whatever it was. Like
Yeah.
alarming. It's not like that. It's more just kind of like, oh, that's worth noting. It's quite worrying actually.
Noteworthy. Very
It's noteworthy. Yeah, that's probably a better word for it rather than alarming.
Yeah. It looks like you just looked into the stream and go, oh my goodness.
Oh my. Oh my, I was spat out my tea. Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah. Unlucky. I don't like tea. Not a fan.
You a coffee guy?
I am.
I'm
Very much a coffee
both. I drink. I'm completely open to all kinds of hot drinks.
Hot beverages, fair enough. I used to work in a coffee place.
Oh, that's probably why.
Oh yeah. Free coffee, man. It feels good. Feels good. And now I used to only have like one a day, and then as soon as I started working there, bam, I'm up to like 2, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. Like, I don't know. It does something to you, man, but I can't survive on morning coffee anymore.
I do not get caffeine does not affect me in the slightest. Like energy drinks, coffee, nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't touch me. I drink energy drinks because I love the taste. That's the only reason I drink them though.
And I haven't had. Oh no! The last time I had an energy drink was in Denmark a couple of weeks ago at Lyon, which I was coaching at.
Okay.
And it was called Hustler. Apparently, it's like the energy drink of Denmark or something, or it's fairly like it's one of the cheap, popular ones.
Huh.
And first time I had an energy drink about 2 years before that, or no, maybe 2-3 years before that, and I was like, oh god, now I realise why I don't taste it, like have them, because they just like, made my mouth shrivel up, like oh, just the sugar. I couldn't do it.
Did it hit?
No, it missed. That hit though.
No, I think it did.
Oddie, did it hit? I don't know. Maybe it did.
I think it hit Jace because he didn't move for a fair while.
Oh. DC? Question mark. Cross map, that would have been interesting. But no, it didn't result in anything but a tower. Chiefs taking another one. This is a very slow push from Chiefs. Slow and methodical, making sure they can just eke out the objectives with that Baron buff. It's going to wear off very, very soon, though. Baron available again in 1 minute 25.
Still really a lack of aggression, though. That's my main concern, is that, okay, it's very methodical, but there's still a point where you have to move at a certain pace to not give the enemy team a way back into the game. We're at 35 minutes now. Actually, Ultima coming out.
Yeah, he is going to go really low here. Ghost is actually going to get popped. No Ragnarok available. But Giral actually is in a big trouble in the bottom lane. Swiffer makes the roam and picks up the kill there. This could be a good opening for Chiefs to try and get something. The bottom wave is pushing. Are they going to do anything with it?
They probably should. It's 45 seconds until the Jace respawns here. It's about 50 seconds until Baron. But I think by that time they'll respawn. He has TP. He won't be able to do it.
The
Insta cleanse.
Jack cleanse coming out from Saya. Beautiful use of the cleanse there. Tidal Wave comes out as a zoning one. We'll let you off there, EGM. Here comes the bounce. No, he just misses it, man. He misses it again. We keep pointing it out, but it does happen time and time again. Ragnarok is going to get popped for that movement speed, and he's going to get out of there sharpish. That is going to be an inhibitor down at 35 minutes for Chiefs. Isn't the fast game we thought it would be, but it's definitely one that Chiefs are in control of.
This works really nicely for them now because they'll have supers pushing in the bot lane, so they're free to just go and sit on Baron as 5 if they want to, or stick their top laner in the top lane for as it might be, and then just sit around Baron and wait. Someone will have to go bot lane, they'll have to force a TP out. Heck, if you want it to be really aggressive, just send Poppy down bottom again here and push as you will with the super minions. Try and get something in there, try and get a tower maybe. I can't imagine they'll do that. It looks like they're going to try and send us somewhere else, probably mid lane or top. Then try and make a push for the Baron when they see how far things have been shoved out. But talking about shoving things out, you know, Gerard at the minute, look how far out he's pushed here. That's quite far to go to try and fight some super minions.
It really is. He's got to be really careful. No vision either. Swiper is making his way down at the bottom side, so he's got to be pretty careful. EGM's just clearing out some wards, and you're right, there is 5 members now actually. Swiffer's going to come up, and they're actually going to start the Baron here, knowing Giral is in the bottom side. TP available. True Shot Barrage comes out, and they're going to disengage. Oh no, Swiper is actually Swiper's actually in the midst of it now. He's going to get taken really low, but the heal from EGM is going to keep him safe. They know they have the pressure in the bottom side, like you said, and now actually they're just going to barrel down the mid lane.
Rightly so. Oh, they don't manage to catch out in the end there.
Oh, Sarah actually gets chunked up there. Well, see ya. Kha'Zix does completely get disengaged on.
Oh, Swiper.
And Odie is going to start on Swiper here. Wilo is taking him really low. It's going to be exhaust onto Spooks, who's just on top of Saya. Meanwhile, they take the tower down, but 3-man knockup for Odie, but he's going really low. Passive is popped, and Rage is just left completely alone. Aggressively flashing forward as well. He uses the cleanse on the side, but Odie's going to go down at this point. He's just in a 1v5 situation. Chiefs are running away with this. 1-0 in this series, and this could be their final one. IEM Oakland firmly in their sights as they head towards the Baron.
Doing a pretty good job of it as well. 8-2 on towers. They've got 4 dragons so far, with another coming up in 50 seconds. They're about to take the Baron. Yeah, actually, like the call to contest has come out here for the remaining members of Lyon. This is their last-ditch hope here, really, but it's just not going to happen.
It's gone.
Taken away by Spooks. And Lyon surely are now starting to see the final nails in their coffin falling in slowly.
2 inhibitors down. Dragon in 35 seconds. That will be an Elder. They have 2 mountains. No. 2 air drakes. And an ocean and an infernal, I believe, is the dragon counter. So that will be definitely worthwhile getting. And look at the build as well. Swiffer, he's just chugging that elixir as well. He has got so much AP. He is 6-2 on this Cassiopeia, and his farm is still incredible.
386. He's hitting about the 10 per minute mark, which is really good. Like, if you can maintain that throughout the game, then you'll do fine. Generally towards the later game, you might see that scale up a little bit more, but in overall, he's just played this really well, like you say. 1 item left to go, mind you. Hasn't fully got there yet.
There he is. Oh, and damage on a full tank Zac as well. Giral has found him though. Shockblast does come out and hit him, but meanwhile, the Drake is going to get started up. Odie, oh no, Odie just gets stun locked. Beautiful ult from the Ashe though is going to help secure that one. Giral just dodging away from the Tidal Wave. This could be the end of the game. In fact, look how fast this guy is as well. Swiffer putting the Swift in Swift. And the Saya is now on the top of Swiper, but Swiper's just going to completely ignore him, and that damage over time as well is going to be absolutely huge coming out from Chiefs. They're just going to finish this. This is just going to finish off this base very methodically. Just going to take all 3 inhibitors, and this is the end. Could it be the end of Lyon Gaming's tournament life?
It looks like it's definitely going that way, but they're still got to get the towers down and get the Nexus down, of course. It's not all over just yet.
They're going to fight it out. Giral is in the front line here. He's just getting chunked. The arrow lands onto White Lotus. The second tower falls. And they are going to pick up a kill on top of Giral as well. Nice shockwave. Swiffer almost going low. He doesn't want to ruin his KDA, and he's not going to. Chiefs make it, and they are booking their ticket to IEM Oakland mid-November. Fantastically well played. They managed to 2-0 Lyon Gaming twice over this week.